In this video, I want to show you how to enter a nose cone like this into RockSim. This may be useful for the TARC competition if you have an egg capsule nose cone. First, let's go to RockSim, and we'll start with a blank screen, and we'll start by adding a nose cone. And when the select from database comes up, just go ahead and cancel that. And we're going to enter the dimensions from scratch. And I'm not going to be precise about the dimensions, I just want to show you how it's done. You're going to have to measure the dimensions yourself. We'll start by choosing a shape of the nose cone, and I'm just going to grab one at random, and I'm going to make it 4 inches long, and I'm just going to type that in and hit the tab key. The diameter, I'm also going to type that in. This is something that you're going to be measuring, and I get a generalized shape here, and then I can go ahead and tweak it more if I want to. And I also want to go and change the material to the material that you're going to use. I'm not sure what that's going to be, so we'll just leave it as paper. And the construction, we're going to be hollow. And then we need to specify a wall thickness, and I'm just going to guess at 0.01 inches. This is probably going to be wrong, but something you're measuring. Now we have the front part of the nose cone, and if you go back here to our nose cone, and you can see there's a little straight section. And so we're going to add that separately. So now we're going to add that straight section as a body tube, and we're going to again cancel the select from database, and we're going to change the name to straight section. And we knew the outside diameter from the nose cone before. We had typed in 2.5 inches. Our inside diameter, let's make it 2.45 inches, and the length, 1/4 of an inch. So now we have our straight section right here, and we'll click OK. And now we need the transition at the back end. So I'm going to click on the transition button. Again, cancel out of the database. And this time we're going to enter a transition that's going to fit into the body tube for our rocket. And so we'll go back here to the rear shoulder, and we're going to choose a body tube that this is going to fit in, and we'll say that this is an Estes BT55 just for grins, and that gives us dimensions for the rear shoulder. And now we'll go back to the general tab, and we'll set the front diameter of 2.5 inches, and you notice that the rear diameter has already been set based on the diameter of the tube. So all we have to do is change the length, and we have the generalized shape of our nose cone. And we also want to change the construction to hollow, and again we're just going to give it a thickness, and we're going to click OK. At this point we notice that this is unstable, and that is because the transition here makes this unstable. So what we'll do to make it stable is we'll add a body tube and fins. So basically right at this point our nose cone is done, and we're just going to add a body tube onto this, and we're going to select the Estes BT55 since that's what we chose for the nose cone. And our body tube is shown here. We're still unstable. So we'll go back here, and now we'll add fins onto our body tube, and I'm going to select the simple trapezoid fins, and RockSim just creates some fins, and all of a sudden you notice now our rocket is stable. And we'll come back here, our center of pressure is back here, our center of gravity is here, so we have a static margin of 2.63, and the rocket is overstable. Overstable is not bad. That means that the rocket is going to fly straight but may weathercock into the wind, but it's better to be overstable than to be unstable. And the margin is the distance between here and here based on the body tube diameter reference. And we can take a look at our rocket in 3D, and you can zoom in. And basically at this point we're done. Now to add the egg into the capsule, what we're going to do is to click on the nose cone, and we're going to add a mass object, and we're going to cancel out of the database, and I'm going to call this mass object the egg. I'm going to give it a weight of 61 grams. This is just guessing. And right now our mass is at the tip, so we just want to slide that back. We're going to move it all the way back here. This is about where our egg capsule is going to go. And you notice that our static margin has moved forward. And at this point we're done, and we can go on to the next video.